Hey everybody, so I just want to reach out. So week one, you had to make a decision. Are you going to be part of a group project or are you going to participate in NCL, the National Cyber League? So this is for the students who opted into the National Cyber League. So first off, I'm trying to figure out how to map the grading rubric with the assignments and make sure everything lines up. So this is the way that I'm moving forward with this. So if you have not signed up for National Cyber League and you're part of the NCL group, all right, which would have been option two within the week one submission, you need to sign up right now. All right, so that's the first thing. You definitely need to enroll into NCL National Cyber League. All right, so Cyber Skyline is actually the URL that you're going to go to. So this is for fall 2025. So gymnasium, just a place for you to practice, get used to it, understand what it is. These gymnasium challenges give solutions. So if you're working on the practice game or the individual game, both of those tie back to the foundational fundamental things that they're showing within the gymnasium. So sometimes you'll be working on something like, I'm not sure. If you go back into the gymnasium, you'll find something similar to it, and it may show you how to use the tool, and that tool probably will help you within the other games. All right, so this is the way I'm choosing to map this up. So instead of having like different grading things, everything within Blackboard needs to have a submission. So phase one, you have to be able to log into NCL. All right, just grab a screenshot, and that is going to be phase one, the planning session. All right, you just need to prove that you're in NCL. All right, so number two, you need to link to my account. All right, so this is going to be phase two. This assignment, both of these are worth 20 points. If you follow the rubric, that's the total of getting started. That's the 40 points. All right, so I'm just trying to map everything up. So you're actually going to submit a screenshot of the connection that you made when you clicked on the link. So when I'm talking about clicked on the link, if I go to Blackboard and we go down to the NCL part of this, NCL has got the coach observation URL. So you're going to click on this, and then this will pop you over, and this will set up the link, and then this is going to allow you. So just grab a screenshot of this, and then that is going to be what you're going to be submitting within phase two contribution form. All right, so that is going to be what this is. Going back to the NCL here. All right, so then what you're going to need to do is there's going to be three main categories that I think are super important for this class, right? When I'm thinking about like blue team, defenses, different things that this class probably should be focusing on, log analysis is at the top, right? Traffic analysis, network traffic analysis is up at the top. And then even OSINT, you know, that's not a bad tool to have. So those can be done through the practice game and the individual game. So these three, I'm looking to have 3 submissions, okay? So I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. So I don't care if it's practice or if it's individual. I don't want it within the gymnasium. The gymnasium is for you to learn how to do these. The solution is provided with the gymnasium. If somebody's giving me the answer, it's really easy to do it. The real stretch is coming into play while you're working on the practice game or individual game, all right? So that's starting October 3rd, all right? And this is ending on October 26th. So you're gonna wanna get this done over the next, few weeks. So you have that span of time to complete this, all right? So that is gonna be the main thing that you're gonna wanna do. And if I look at the observation report, so if I look at like OSINT, so there's different competitions. So what I'm looking for, I'm not looking for 100% accuracy, okay? So if you don't have 100% accuracy, that's fine. I'm just looking for the completion being hit at 100%. Now keep in mind, when you're in the team event, the accuracy does matter. So if you're really sloppy and you just like type things in and don't always check it and submit it, your teammates may not be overly pleased with that because it will affect the scoring as a team. But for individual, doesn't matter, right? So just something to think about. So this is my view. All right. So people will be connected in, and then I'll be able to see what you're doing. Once you get 3 things done, just grab a screenshot showing that all of it's complete, and then you submit that. So I'm going to pull this back up again. So phase 2, research, I'm looking for log analysis. Phase 3, I'm looking for open source intelligence. And then phase 4, I'm looking for network traffic analysis. Okay, so it may say hardware request, it may say executive summary. You're an NCL, all right? The main thing that I want to do is I just want to make sure every submission has something submitted into it, right? So that way you know, like if you're looking, everything's just making sense because you're submitting what you need to submit. And this is the key, all right? So we're opting, this is in place of working as a team and coming up with a whole executive summary and all of that. You're participating in this, which I think is a good choice, all right? So eventually we will hit team, all right? So you guys need to be communicating. Matter of fact, if you're struggling with the practice game or the individual game, you're like, this is not working for me, you have other members, all right? So if you don't know those members, if you go into Blackboard, you've got a group, and you should be part of this group, all right? So if I go down here, there should be an NCL group, and you'd click on show members. These are going to be your team members. You're going to be leveraging them towards the end. The better connections you make right now, the better off you're going to be, all right? So email each other, figure out how to make a team. Doesn't matter if it's through email, doesn't matter if it's through Microsoft Teams, if you're using Slack, Discord, I don't care, right? You guys just need to be able to work together. And during the next few weeks, you're going to be doing your individual game, the practice game. That is all a good time to be like, hey, I'm really struggling with this. Have you guys worked on anything like that? And then hopefully you guys can leverage each other. The other thing is you have a discussion board that you guys can utilize as well. So that way it's not synchronous, but it is a way of communicating as well. So you can use your discussion board for these type of questions and answers as well. So you've got your team, you're working together. Eventually you are going to get to the team setup. So you're going to need somebody to set this up. All right. So one person is going to come up with a team name. You guys hopefully will all talk about that. You'll create a team name, and that is going to be for the team competition. All right. So that is going to be November 7th through the 9th. You guys need to participate in this, right? So this is part of this. This is the big part of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to work together. You're going to do the best you guys can, and you're going to get through as many competitions as possible. All right. You're going to get as many categories knocked out, do the best you can. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do a write-out. This is going to be an individual report. All right. Basically, what worked, what didn't work, what would you do differently, what did you learn, that kind of information I'm looking for. So basically what you're going to do is you are going to put it into a Word document. I'd like to see a video like this. I use ScreenPal. You could do it right within Blackboard. I don't care what tool you use, but I think it's good to be able to communicate with people through a video interface. We're going to be doing it our whole lives. All right. So this is something new. It's not new. It's just being used after COVID. All right. So boom. That is going to be the submission here. All right, that's $120, 120 points for this report out. Basically, it's just you reflecting on this time working within the individual game, the practice game, and the team game. Then what you're going to do is you guys collectively are going to come out with a report on what worked well as a team, what didn't work, what would you guys do differently, any successes, any drawbacks, anything you want to put into this report. This is up to you guys. You need to collaborate on this, all right? So this is going to be a collaboration. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to report out. So I do want to see a video. I'd prefer being like a Teams video. One person just hits record and you guys just have a brief conversation. I'm not looking for something an hour long, right? I'm just looking for, this is what I did, this is what my strengths were, this is what I feel like we did well. And then each person should at least say something about what they did. All right. So that is and that's 360 points, right? So you should be able to at least talk for 3 minutes, 3 minutes, talk about what you did, what you contributed, what worked, what didn't work. So anyways, Final reflection is you. All right. That's going to be something that's just your reflection on the whole class. What did you learn? And this is going to be the same reflection everybody's doing. So this is the breakdown of how the submissions will work. I just want to create substitutions so that way everybody is submitting everything. So every column within your Blackboard gradebook should have a point and a number attached to it. So anyways, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. You guys have a good one.